for a long, long time now. This music thing. And touring, you know? And still, I ain't met one person that can maintain righteousness. You know what I'm saying? A wise man told me evil was lurking, and if you found it, try your best to not put yourself around it. Cause when you win it, you tend to push it to the limit, but then it's the sin you begin it, then wish that you stayed grounded. I went all over the world and I done been through it. At the beginning, I knew I wouldn't give into it. But temptation, oh what a sensation. Woman, I'm embracing, so many of them waiting, contemplating how to get fornication at your door when it's late with the motivation of Satan. So they say, but things go their way. And his motivate told her, hey, yo, the phase for today. But lust it sets in and crushed your chest in. For dust your destined. If drugs are left in, enough to nest in. Probably make you cuss your best friend and next kin, cause you let SEX win. You mean to tell me you can fight this land with brightness and walk the path of the righteous man? Yo, I wanna believe that. Itching to see that if a positive person can shake the negative feedback that this life has to offer when it's faster. What a disaster if you didn't obey the master. Cause that's mutiny. It would be new to me if you was on tour with Tekanina and still you can be holy, holy.
If you lived in another one, would you? Holy, holy. I know you'll be strong, but you've been gone out. I know you're still my child, so I'm pulling for you. Your soul, and if you know it won't show me. You can see me if you look above the clouds. You're holier than thou. How can I move the crowd without losing out on my faith? Lucifer out of the way.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the Call-In Show.
See, that's how he tricks them. Get him sipping, then a big old Mickey, he slips him. I wonder why. Music soothes a savage soul. People could lose and win with lack control. Really get used to living fast and soul. We smashing women and then bypass their soul. They believe in everything we breathe in. Half of us is Jesus, the other half is heathen. And how we get that bad half out, we pray the Lord to cast that out. Hope you got blessings left and pass that out. When we traveling and pass that route, keep us under your graces and places where we had that doubt. Where I stand, he's pointing at me, but it's with my hand. I need you, you're holier than I am. I am holy, holy. If you lived in another one, would you? Holy, holy. I know you'll be strong, but you've been gone. You know it won't show me. You can see me if you look above the clouds.
This verse was intended for a gospel rapper that we all admire, and he goes by the name of the truth. All we wanted was a righteous man to lead us in the right direction, and maybe if he came, we could change and regroup. So we laid it down and sent it, hoping he would rap with us. Track splitters waited, and none of his people got back with us. We kept calling, then they finally answered when a month passed. We was prepared to do whatever.
Get it for you once, cash.
But the lady who represent him would never send him a message from a secular messenger.
Y'all know the deal. Click that StreamYard link. This show is driven by the callers. Nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, is here to look at my ugly face or listen to me ramble on for an hour. 0 people, including me.
Then you better fire your people. Cause fallen angels came for your help and then she pushed them. But Christians be the first to run their mouth about Muslims. But they always helping in the hood. But y'all closed me out. Y'all didn't even really want to know what we bout. And we Bombay. Truth ain't on this on the Don spray. And I had to spit on it cause I couldn't afford Kanye. I needed help, your people showed me the wall. Below me is y'all.
I guess y'all wasn't holy at all. No.
Much love to the gospel MC J Blast for coming down in the midst of sinners to try to help us remedy our situation. Even though most of his peers told him not to because we secular MCs.
Which games am I looking forward to the most? Everyone that has college football in front of it.
God bless you for being so holy, holy.
If you lived in another one, would you? Holy, holy. I know you'd be strong, but you've been gone. You can see me if you look above the clouds.
Also, you guys know the deal. Hit the thumbs up because YouTube really cares about that, even if your boy does not. They really care.
If you look above now, you hold your
Yeah, the show will be started in just a minute, but I do have a song dedicated to Dabo Swinney by my favorite rap artist of all time. I know some of you don't like rap, but guess what? I don't give a shit. Just like I don't give a shit about Dabo crying. This is called Cry Baby by Tech 9.
So Tech, what's your feelings on the state of hip-hop? And is hip-hop still alive or is it dead?
I mean, I love the state of hip-hop right now. You know what I'm saying? I love it. And I think hip-hop is very alive. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you got brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, coming up out of poverty, you know what I'm saying, and doing something positive like
But you guys know the deal. Hit that StreamYard link, call in, and let's talk college football. That's the only rule I have here. It's got to be about college football.
My mama was a heavenly one, so the fam was pretty slow. When it came to rapping R&B and plenty more. Check it if it wasn't no gospel apostle or written in the Bible, then it go. So when they tell the baby don't do something, they end up doing it anyway. Like, don't listen to rap, it's the evil music of today. But I really fell in love with the sound that was coming out from the East Coast. So we got it and twisted it up a bit. Now the industry's having a heat stroke. Some say that rap is dead, but when I get the white, black, and red and jump on the tour bus from 58 shows, then I'm back with a big black sack of bread. Can't believe that was said, cause I'm here with a stack of feds. And I got it from rap, hip-hop, or whatever, and I did not have to beg. So here I stand, the mic in hand with my rap attire. And a lot of fans spending grands, cause we got the fire. Our merchandise like 5Gs every half an hour. And you cry like a baby, so your mic must be your pacifier. When I read the magazine, them rappers sounding like wow, wow, wow. Cry, baby. When I see them on the TV, them rappers sounding like wow, wow, wow. What you crying, book? When I read the magazine, them rappers sounding like wow, wow, wow. Cry, baby. When I see them on the TV, them rappers sounding like wow, wow, wow. What you crying, book?
If it's negative, I don't wanna hear. Eliminating player haters with their evil spirit.
I hear them talking, they mad at Smurf and Soldier Boy. They hating big in the magazine and don't even know the boys. I know the ploy, watch the rappers wanna attack people. Run up to the car, pull out the Mac lethal. Man, that's the problem with the black people now.
What you need to know is that in the world there's a lot of dough to stack.
And the ones that wanna hold us back
Ain't been outside they cul-de-sac.
Every nigga I know is strapped. Rip shows that I blow your back. But notice that I can put it right down to where the shoulders at. Hating on the South.
Why?
Tripping off them chips they got. You don't like that it's screwed and chopped, but you wanna get up in they pot. Wanna be MC, you talk a lot. Up in the spot and you hot, cause they 84s be poking out.
What the hell is you crying about?
Everybody wanna be killer, but not for real about the method of making money. You gotta get the mill by doing it like I do it. Do the work and believing it. When you do it to the fullest, ain't no problem achieving it. When I was broke, homie, I went for meals. Got on the mic with the intent to kill. Stronger than ever, and you're a kid for real. I drink Caribou and you drink Infamil. Jump. When I read the magazine, them rappers sounding like wow, wow, wow. Cry, baby. When I see them on the TV, them rappers sounding like wow, wow, wow. What you crying, boy? When I read the magazine, them rappers sounding like wow, wow, wow. Cry, baby. When I see them on the TV, them rappers sounding like wow, wow, wow. What you crying, boy? You should be clapping when folk make it about the ghetto. Or trailer park, it don't matter even if he black or if he weirdo. But you don't know how to be manly. Instead of a Timberland, you probably get a stiletto. Better yet in the baby shoe. Tell us that maybe you singing me cause I'm making dinero. And you don't wanna get clapped at. You want a standing ovation? I thought not. You say you better than rappers on radio, man. That's false chop. Try to run up on me cause a Benzo will never be in your car slot. Try to step up on the scene, my infrared beams right at your soft spot. If you was on TV and ballin', you wouldn't groan and trip. He keep hatred, envy, and bloodshed on his lip. Tech got long cream with chrome things on his whip. He wanna stone mean with a chrome thing on his hip. But just know your hip will not stop the hop. Cause when you look at the big picture, my block pops a lot daily. So keep on thinking my clock stops the shots. And I can quickly bury you in your Oshkosh, but gosh, baby. When I read the magazine, them rappers sounding like wow, wow, wow. Cry, baby. When I see them on the TV, them rappers sounding like wow, wow.
All right, show starts in a minute, guys. Make sure you hit that StreamYard link. This show is driven by the callers. If there is no callers, there will be no show. And I'm just going to bed early. And it's pretty much that simple. This is the only show I do that's not about me. It's about you.
I hate to need to go get there.
Call in and voice your opinion.
You know what I'm saying?
Music.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining the call-in show. Let's see who's in the chat tonight. Let's see who we got in here. Matt Dummett's here. Kevron Harris. Robert. VicTube. Droid. Jay Shipe says, let's go. Stingray. Dave Brown. The Uncle Lou says, leave me alone. No. Sir UGA, my gambling buddy. Well, I got a lot of gambling buddies, but he's one of my favorite. Esso is here. Joshua Lionheart or Leanheart. I don't know. I didn't go to Clemson. I can't read. So there is that. Hufferbilly Paul did go to Clemson, but he can't read either. Shocker. Wow, that. Shoot him 556. I'm surprised that YouTube hasn't shut you down for having that name. You're offending people by that name. Esso, Lawn Tractor Life, better known as Millis Vanillis. Jeremy Garrettson, good evening and fuck Michigan, he says. Cheezel Nasty, Harold Gray, Bulldog JC, Atypical Gump, Dylan Mullins, Brad Pitt, Let the Big Dog Eat, and the rest of you. If I missed your name, it wasn't on purpose. It's just because I'm a Clemson fan. I'm retarded. I don't know why this thing is blinking. It's bothering me, though. I do know that much. All right, we'll start to take some calls here. Of course, click that StreamYard link. I don't do this show for me. Believe me. I could be watching Netflix or scratching my balls in bed right now, but I do this show for you guys because you guys requested it. So click that link, call in, let's talk college football, and that's what we'll do. I'll take the calls in the order they came in. If you're on hold, I'll get to you in just a second. This isn't hard. What's up? You're on with Pete.
Hey, Pete.
Hey, what's up?
How are you, given that Dabo has gone off the deep end?
This isn't, I mean, it's not the first time he's done this.
Well, I know, but I think that it gets worse over and over again, right? I mean,
Well, it's getting old. Yeah.
so you think it's the first time is just an anomaly. The second time is starting to become an issue, and the third time's a pattern. So I'm waiting for Tyler from Spartanburg to call in and really trigger him.
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck Tyler from Spartanburg, too. Fuck Dabo Swinney for doing what he did, and fuck Tyler from Spartanburg, too. So, I mean...
Well, I think that sometimes he lets things get under his skin when he should.
You think so? You think he lets things get under his skin?
A little
Of
bit.
course he lets things get under his skin. This guy, Dabo might be the softest $11.5 million coach in the country.
So I'm gonna delve into a little psychology here.
Okay.
When things get under someone's skin, what does that say about them?
I don't know. You tell me, Paul.
Insecurity.
Why would somebody who is as successful and high paid as Dabo Swinney be insecure about anything?
Very much what I would ask too.
Yeah, well, that's what I am asking.
No, but you think I can answer it? Why would
No,
you
I don't
be
know.
insecure? I mean, really, that's the big question. He needs to quit doing that.
He's not going to quit doing it.
Becoming of a secure coach.
Look, Paul, you've been married and divorced, right?
Yeah.
You say he needs to quit doing it. This has been a 17-year marriage between Clemson and Dabo Swinney. After 17 years of marriage with anybody, do you think they're going to change? No. The answer is no. You know that.
No, it's not that they change. I'm saying the way you handle things says a lot about what your self-evaluation is. If you know you're doing the best you can do, you know
Self-evaluation?
Yeah, he's not. He has no self-confidence.
Does Clemson have a psychology school, a psychiatrist school, at all?
Pronto, go get some. Go get.
No, they don't. But they need one, I guess. Might need to go work at Duke. They've got a psychiatry school there.
But
it's embarrassing. He's embarrassing himself, and he's embarrassing the entire university.
But you know the other thing, and let's jump off of Clemson for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. And I do love that Georgia Tech is in the driver's seat on their end of the ACC because it makes them, well, it's good. It makes them happy. They beat a shitty Clemson team. Okay. So they'll have a chance here. But at the same time, just look at these other teams that are out there. I mean, look at Texas. They are so delusional. They've got an Arch Manning fetish. And it's now come to a close because he's not that good.
Okay, is Steve Sarkisian crying about it?
No, he isn't.
Notre Dame is 0-2.
They're not either.
Notre Dame hasn't won a game this year. We're in week 4. Notre Dame has yet to win a game.
But they're not crying.
Is Marcus Freeman talking about going to coach somewhere else because people aren't happy about a 0-2 start? No.
Because they're not Dabo.
I've never seen this before. I really look, I've been following college football my entire life. I've never seen anything like this.
It's ridiculous, man.
And I know people are saying, I'm overreacting. I don't think I am.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I'm not overreacting.
You're not.
It's insane talk.
You don't need to act like this as a grown 55. Well, how old is he? 55?
That's what he said. He said, I'm 55. I've got a lot of years left. I'm just getting started. You know what else he said? He said, I'm just now figuring out how to be a head coach. He's been there for 17 years.
Well, that's a stupid statement.
Well, of course it is. Of course it's stupid to say that. Everything he said was stupid.
Is that a slow learner mentality? I mean, was he on the short bus or something?
I don't think he's on the short bus. I think he's got, I don't know what's wrong with this guy. I feel like that he's just like I said in my video today. He has been very successful, and he's the one that set the expectation, and he is surrounded himself with a bunch of yes men. That's what he's done.
Yep.
The president of the university, Dabo, was already there when he got there. The athletic director was probably handpicked by Dabo, Graham Neff. And I like Graham Neff. I mean, look, the athletics at
Graham's
Clemson.
Okay. He's not the problem.
No, he's not the problem, but he's a Dabo yes man. Every coach he hires is a yes man. There's nobody around there in that Clemson universe that's going Dabo. Like, you might want to look into doing this or doing that or change things. Nobody's doing that. It's the Dabo Swinney universe, and we're all just living in it. And by the way, it involves the media too. Yesterday was a prime example of what I'm talking about. Nobody in that media room will give him hard questions, and they didn't give him one yesterday. They asked him a simple question.
And he lost his mind.
They asked him a simple question about the offense, and he goes on a 20-minute tirade about how we won national titles 8 years ago. I'm telling you, I have never seen this before. I've never seen this before in college football. I've never seen it.
They need a hug out. The Brian Kelly and Dabo need to get together.
Yeah, Dabo. Fuck Brian Kelly too. So anyway,
so much. I mean, good God. But I was going to say that Dabo is regressing as much as Cade is now. He's regressing like Cade.
All right, I don't know about that.
What I'm saying is he's not. He should be way ahead of this. He should not be saying these things at this point in his career.
He's delusional. I think Dabo Swinney's a narcissist.
Well, that might be true.
I mean,
I think he's gone there.
well, he's proven it. I mean, I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, but he's exhibiting narcissist type behavior.
No, that's true.
You know, woe is me. I'm getting paid, $110 million over 10 years, but y'all feel sorry for me because my sister died of cancer.
Well,
I'm like, well, what? All right, I gotta let you go, Paul. I gotta move on. All right, thank you for the call. What's up? You're on with Pete.
Can I speak to Paul?
No,
Okay.
I can't talk to him for more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, every time this comes up with different teams, and it does come up with different teams all the time. I mean, Clemson's in it now, but you made a lot of points in your video earlier about things that you've spent money on over the course of your lifetime in support of Clemson football. You ever bought a ticket to Dabo?
0 tickets to Dabo.
You ever bought a Dabo shirt?
No.
Is there a picture of Dabo on the side of Clemson's helmet?
No, there's not even a picture of Dabo anywhere in this room I'm sitting in. You've been in this room. This thing is littered with, it looks like a 12-year-old's bedroom who's obsessed with Clemson. Not one single picture of Dabo in here.
Yeah, and there's not a picture of Dabo on the side of Clemson's helmets when they play. It's the paw, which represents Clemson. See, Dabo thinks people are Dabo fans. They're not.
I know.
And other coaches fall into this same trap too. Just because you criticize, like the reason fans criticize their coach or their players isn't because they're not a fan. It's because they are a fan. Like, I can't remember the last time I criticized the Atlanta Falcons because I'm not a fan of the Atlanta Falcons. I don't care what they do. I do care what Georgia does, like you care what Clemson does. But, if you but oh my God, you're not a real fan. Well, yeah, that I am a fan of Clemson. I mean, I'm not a fan of Clemson, but you are, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you know what the weird thing is, Lou? We've been on YouTube a long time, and we've seen every fan reaction to anything that anybody does ever. And the fan police are the worst of all.
Oh yeah.
When the chief of the fan police is your head coach, that's a whole nother level.
Yeah, and I don't like Kirby yelled at the Georgia fans because they won't sit through the fourth quarter of an Austin Peay game. Shut up. Don't schedule Austin Peay.
Yeah.
Would be a good step in the right direction on that. I bet you no Georgia fans leave in the fourth quarter of the Bama game. But yeah, coaches getting onto the fans is never a good look. You mentioned Dabo being a narcissist. I'll take up a little bit for him there. I think most people who get to the top of whatever it is they do are a little narcissistic, not because they made it to the top, but I think it takes a little bit of that to get to the top.
I think you're probably right there. I think there's probably some narcissism with Nick Saban, but and look, Nick Saban he criticized the fans, for not staying in the fourth quarter against Citadel or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But I don't think he ever went on the air and was like, well, you know what? If you don't like it, I mean, if they don't like me here, I'll just go win somewhere else. He sounds like Charlie. Look, at least Charlie Sheen had an excuse for winning. He was a crackhead. He was like, well, I'm just winning. This is Dabo Swinney is not on crack. What's his excuse? This is insane talk.
Yeah, it is. And then it's like, I bet there's a lot of other programs out there that would love to go 9-4. Yeah, they're called
Yeah.
In Florida. I mean, go coach there in the bowels of college football. I mean, it's retarded. The guy, you win all these natties and conference championships, and then act like you don't understand why people are questioning you after you lose to Georgia Tech. Like, it's a legitimate question.
The thing that got me the most is that, I mean, yeah, criticizing the fans for criticizing you is insane. But some coaches do that. That's not just a Dabo Swinney thing.
Yeah.
But this whole thing where I'm going to pretend like I'm getting fired or leaving when nobody's asking to fire me and we know he's not going anywhere. Where is that coming from?
Yeah, that's the other thing, too. It's like one extreme or the other. Like, you either have to love Clemson and Dabo and support everything he does and never question him at all.
Yeah.
Or you hate him and you want him fired. Like, there's middle ground. Like,
yeah, there's a middle ground there. I am the literal middle ground. Lou, let me ask you a question. You've known me a long time. You're a good friend of mine. Have you ever heard the words out of my mouth, I think Dabo Swinney should leave Clemson?
No, never.
No. He's talking to me, and that's what pisses me off about what he said.
Right. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. I don't know.
So, I guess all I can hope for is that he, is right about what he says. Is this team's not as bad as you think it is? We're going to win a bunch of games. Blah blah blah. He even it went so far as to say, not in that interview, but we're still going to win more national titles. It's like, okay, well, what? Based on what? Are you? What are you basing that on? Your own beliefs? Or reality.
Right.
So the reality is they're probably not, as long as he's there, or as long as he's there and doesn't change his ways. But here's the problem. He surrounded himself. Look, I said this earlier. Everybody that's there in some position of power has been there less time than he has. So the president of the university has been there less. But Dabo's been there for almost 20 years, 17 years. This is his 17th year. The athletic director he's younger than me and you. He's like 30 something. All the coaches he hires, nobody around there is telling him anything other than what he wants to hear. And that's by design. He's surrounded himself with a bunch of people that will agree with him and yes men because he's won a lot. And I guess there's some sort of leeway there where you can say, okay, well, if you won this much, he must know what he's talking about. But at some point, somebody's got to interject here. But there's nobody that's going to do that. If they do, they'll be fired by Clemson or Dabo. I don't know where it goes from here.
It's going to take somebody with some type of strong personality or something that also has a good relationship with him. It's kind of like when these ADs. It's like when they forced Jimbo Fisher to hire an offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, we're not going to fire you, but like this is what you're doing is not working. You have to hire like they made him do that. I wonder if anybody.
No, the answer is no, not now. There's zero people there now that will do that, and I don't think they'll hire anybody that will do that. So again, like I said in my video today, this is the Dabo Swinney show, and we're all just along for the ride. So it is what it is. He may put it together.
I'm enjoying it. So.
Well, I know you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm happy for you in that respect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Paul's not enjoying it though.
Got my conditioner fixed today. That's why I'm in such a good mood.
Well, that's good. I'm happy for you.
Conditioner fixed.
Yes.
On that, so
all right.
Step in the direction. You got other callers?
I do. Yes. Thank you.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Thanks, Lou. Yeah. It's just tiresome. It's just tiresome. What's up? You're on with Pete.
Hey, what's going on, Pete?
Hey, how's it going, brother?
It's going, man. It's going. I kind of just want to compare and contrast something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
There's another coach in college football who has kind of had a few outbursts as of late, and I want to kind of get the difference.
I think I know where you're going with this. Yeah.
You get where I'm going. But one point I wanted to make is I think Brian Kelly is more aptly or more likely to defend his team than to kind of put himself on the back foot and defend himself even when no one's really coming at Dabo like he thinks. What do you think about that?
Well, here I'll revert back to the Clemson way. Dabo has a reason to defend himself more than Brian Kelly does. Brian Kelly ain't won shit ever. So, I mean, at least Dabo's got a leg to stand on when he's talking about everything they've won. Brian Kelly hasn't won anything of note. I mean, he's won a lot of games. Like, you know, I think Brian Kelly's a good coach, but
I mean,
he's never won. He's never won a conference. He's never won a playoff game. He's never won a national title. So, I mean, yeah, that's different.
Yeah, no doubt it's different. So Brian Kelly is the winningest coach in college football, but also never coached in a conference, period, other than, of substance, right? Notre Dame, obviously, they're not in a conference. And the one time he makes the national championship game, there was no playoff system, so there was no win there. So you're definitely right. I just think that that's what a coach should sound like instead of bringing up his own standing to maybe the folks that are out there watching him and maybe the people that are in charge of firing him. I think that a good coach will bring up what the team has done, what the team can improve on, and defend those aspects and say they will improve on those, as opposed to say, this is what I've done, this is me, this is Dabo, and this is what my value is, and if you don't like it, this is how it's going to be.
Yeah, but there's very few coaches that can list Dabo's accolades,
correct,
as what they can stand on business. So and that's it's what Dabo says is true, but it's also part of the problem. So he thinks that because of, look what I've done for you. First of all, look what they've done for him. He was an interim coach. How many people, let me ask you a question, buddy. How many teams out there or programs will promote a wide receiver coach who's never been a coordinator before and pick him to lead your program for 17 years? Now, he earned the 17 years. I'm not saying he didn't. He obviously did. But no. But can you point out another situation in history that's actually happened? I can't. Maybe it's happened before, and somebody can let me know in the comment section. I can't remember that happening. So he was given a shot there. A lot of people in Clemson did not want Dabo Swinney to be hired in the first place because he had no experience. And they were tired of 7-5, 6-6 seasons under Tommy Bowden, and he earned his way into the upper echelon of college football in a very rare air. Right now, in college football, active coach-wise, there's Dabo Swinney, Kirby Smart, and Ryan Day that have won national titles. That's 3 out of 130 coaches in FBS. 133, whatever it is. So he's in rare air. I don't think that comparing him to Brian Kelly is fair to Dabo Swinney or Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly's the most winning coach in the history of Notre Dame. What did he win at Notre Dame other than regular season games?
That's about it. I was just comparing two different ways to go about addressing the media. Obviously, Brian Kelly had his issues targeting one guy who asked him a question and kind of shutting him down and, in a way, crapping on him. But when I look at a coach, and I've never liked Dabo myself. He just, the way he carries himself, I understand he's definitely a winner. And, he won with 2 different quarterbacks, but the system was pretty similar.
He won with more than just 2 quarterbacks.
Absolutely. 2 different, I'd say, 2 different teams, really. There might have been a few players shared between them.
If you're talking about national titles, obviously you can only pick who the quarterback was during that national title year. So he won a national title with Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence, but saying he only won with 2 quarterbacks is not factual at all.
I'm not saying that. I'm defending him in a way. I'm saying he won with 2 different legitimate teams. It wasn't like a Joe Burrow.
Well, more than
situation.
just that, too.
Right. But I mean that his system has clearly worked, but I'm not saying that it will continuously work. What do you say about the people that are arguing that the system will not lead them to anything further in the future?
I don't know what you mean by system, but obviously he needs to change his philosophy on the way that things are going in the sport. I don't think there's any doubt about that. The problem is I don't think there's anybody in that organization at Clemson that's willing to challenge him on that. Well, I don't have to tell you that. He told you that. He's like, if you don't like the way I'm doing things, then I'll go win somewhere else. So it's not even me saying it; it's him saying it. So I don't know.
I mean, culture. That's all going to be. That's all somewhat of a system.
He's not going anywhere. That's the other thing that people are like, move on from Dabo, or Dabo should leave, or they should fire him, or he's not going anywhere.
Is it $11 million a year he's getting, something like that?
$11.5 million a year. The buyout would be somewhere around $70 million right now. Clemson doesn't have that kind of money. They're not Tennessee. They're not USC. They're not, or whatever. They don't have that kind of money. They're not firing him. But here's the problem. Nobody is calling for him to be fired outside of a couple trolls on the internet. Not even me. So why say that?
Well,
it's weird.
I asked specifically.
Not you. I'm talking about Dabo.
Right. One thing I do when I ask though, what would it take for you to get further down that barometer to say that he may deserve to get fired? Is it more 6 wins, 7 wins continuously? Or what would it be?
Well, I mean, he won the ACC last year and made the playoffs. So, and that's one of the things he brought up in the press conference yesterday, along with all the other accolades that Dabo Swinney's got throughout the past 17 years. Which, I mean, I don't know if he was like, it seemed like he was interviewing for a new job. Like when you go into a new job interview and they're like, so why should we hire you? And he goes, well, won ACC 8 out of the last 10 years, won 2 national titles, been in the playoffs 7 times, been in 4 national championship games, won 2 of them. It's like, well, are you interviewing for a job or are you answering a question? It just doesn't make any sense. So, again, outside of a few people, nobody's calling for Dabo Swinney to be fired. Which is what makes it so bizarre that he would even go down that road.
But at the same time, do you think that he's got too high of a, do you think he thinks too highly of himself that he deserves?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that he believes that he may be closer to a Nick Saban than Les Miles? So to speak?
He is closer to a Nick Saban than a Les Miles.
Oh yeah, definitely. 1, 2. There's a big difference for sure. But like I said, I think when does his contract end? Do you know?
2034. It's a 10-year, $110 million contract. I think he re-upped in 2023 or 4, maybe 2033. Wait, whatever. The point is, he's not going anywhere anytime soon. Not unless he leaves, which he's not, and he's going to continue to pretend like he might, but he won't. So that's it. It's bizarre behavior. It's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go ahead and get out of here, man.
Thank you.
To hear what you thought. I watched both videos. Was it yesterday? And I think was it 2 today?
No, 1 yesterday and 1 today. Yeah.
I watched both of those, and you seem kind of flustered, so I want to kind of hear it from you.
Yeah.
Anyway, you have a good one.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I seem kind of flustered. Yeah, I care. And I knew that's a good point. To all the people that the fan police, and Dabo Swinney's the fan police too, apparently. You're not a real fan, Pete. You don't stand behind your team. I've created an entire YouTube channel around this. You're not the real fan. How about that? Thank you, Joelish, for the $10 super chat. My question is whether when they were winning natties and when Venables was there, was it still the Dabo show or have things changed after the titles were won as far as yes men and nepotism? It's always been the Dabo show. I will give credit to Dabo on this. He hires coordinators and lets them run. Dabo's he's a CEO. So he'll hire guys to do their job. Like Tom Allen, he's not meddling in that. Definitely not meddling in the defense. He hires Garrett Riley. I think he probably meddles in that a little bit when things aren't going well. But I don't think Dabo Swinney is, he's not running the offense. So I don't know if that answers your question or not. But the reality, forget the coordinators and the players. First of all, Dabo, he's a good recruiter. There's so many great players that come to Clemson just because of Dabo, and he deserves recognition for that and accolades for that. Deshaun Watson, Trevor. I'm going to go down a list of 100 different great players that have come through there since he's been there, that have all said the reason I came to Clemson is because of Dabo Swinney, and that's why we love him, and that's where he deserves credit. But that does not admonish you from criticism when things aren't looking good. So, what's up? You're on with Pete, and thank you for the super chat, Joelish.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I mean, I think what baffles me the most is that, like, when you look at the coordinators for Clemson, I mean, like, it's a stacked coaching staff. That's what really baffles me. Because, I mean, I think the coaching staff is elite. And so it's just kind of like, that's where I get a little bit baffled sometimes, because it's like he's not bringing these people up. He's actually bringing people in from the outside, Yeah,
and there is a lot of nepotism. I mean, when you look at, the amount of Sweeneys that have been on the team, and you look at the amount of assistant coaches, kids that have been on the team, when those scholarships could have gone to somebody else. When you look at the transfer portal situation, the one thing I won't agree with one big criticism of Dabo Swinney over the past few years has been NIL. Clemson spends way more on NIL than anybody knows. They're in the top 10 in the country with NIL. So he has, I don't know if he's embraced it. I don't know if that's the word to use, but Clemson is utilizing the NIL. That's not a thing. The transfer portal is a different thing.
That may be less Dabo and just the university or just the boosters, the community around Clemson. It doesn't matter if Dabo likes it or not. Like, the Clemson community and all the boosters are going to make sure that is a robust NIL system. So I think two things can be true.
The fact that they spend so much on NIL, forget what people who don't know what they're talking about, who say he doesn't embrace NIL. Clearly they have. The fact that they spend so much on NIL and still don't live up to their expectations is what bothers me. And this isn't this isn't just a Clemson problem. We see teams all around the country who spend crazy amounts of money going out and getting a quarterback, or going out and getting a wide receiver, or going out and getting a defensive end, and they end up being no good.
Now, I did hear was the way that Clemson usually, the NIL might be rather robust and expansive, but I've heard it's mostly in terms of like retention of players and not to like seed in new guys. You know what I mean?
Well, again, another thing that Dabo Swinney, that's another feather he's got in his cap. There's no out of the top 25 programs in the country, nobody retains teams more than Dabo Swinney. As a matter of fact, that's the reason that this year they were touted as a top 4 team in the country by the AP. A lot of people, forget about me, everyone likes to point and laugh now that they're 1-2. How many people out there were picking Clemson to win the national title or make the playoffs this year? Almost everybody.
I picked them to win the Natty.
Almost everybody. So, that's because they are loaded with experienced players that were highly recruited. We're not talking about a bunch of 1 and 2 star and walk-ons. We're talking about 4 and 5 star players, mostly 4 stars. And this was a veteran team with a veteran coach in Dabo Swinney. The third year with Garrett Riley and Cade Klubnik. Cade Klubnik had an amazing year last year. A bunch of veteran wide receiver. I mean, just the most veteran team in the country. And they come out and fall flat 1 and 2. So what's the natural response to that is from me and everybody else is like, what's going on here? And his response is, we won 8 out of the last 10 years. And if y'all don't like it, if y'all don't like winning, I guess I could just go coach somewhere else and win. But really, could you really go coach somewhere else and win now in today's college football? I don't know, bro.
Not with his mindset. You know what I mean?
No. And so here's the thing. He wants to pretend like he's the reason now for the winning. But if he went somewhere else in today's college football, it'd probably be worse. He's got the best situation. There is no coach outside of Mike Gundy that has a better situation in all of college football than Dabo Swinney right now. He's in the top 3 in the country of salary. How many coaches out there can go out to their athletic director and their boosters and say, I want to go get this guy from this team, Tom Allen. I want to go get Garrett Riley. I want to go, back in the day, I want to go get Brent Venables and anything he asked them for. I want new facilities. I want this. I want that. Yes, 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 yes. We'll give you whatever you want. So do you think that if Dabo Swinney left Clemson right now or is fired and went anywhere else, they're just going to lay out the silver platter and give him literally everything he wants? No.
The only place I can think of is maybe Alabama because he played there.
I don't even think they would.
Going to Alabama, that's not even realistic.
I don't even think they would.
But, the only thing I can think of, like I said, I think NIL is fine. I think retention is great. The only thing I can point to in terms of why this, again, they played really good against Texas in the playoffs last year, and I thought, okay, this is just a team.
You sound like Dabo. We played really good last year.
I think it's just the transfer portal. I think you just look at you got to look at those holes and think, I got to get guys that are able to fill those holes ASAP.
He did. He got 3 actual starters, not just backups. That's what he's done before this year was go out and get backup players out of the transfer. He's got 3 legitimate starters out of the transfer portal this year. As a matter of fact, one of them will help the transfer from Purdue, the defensive end. Might be one of the best players on the team. So I'll give him credit for that.
That's fair. But maybe this is just something that takes time. Maybe he'll get more transfer players next year. Maybe it's just a thing where it takes time.
I don't know. Look, man, I don't have a problem with the way he's run the program other than him just acting like a petulant child anytime anybody criticizes him. I got a problem with that. I got a problem with attacking fans. He's done this ain't the first time he's done this.
He did that with fans. Tyler from Spartanburg shit too.
Well, he didn't ask for that. Tyler called him.
Well, his response to
shout out Tyler, by the way.
And show and all that,
Yeah, I don't know, man. Look, it's just it gets old.
I feel you.
I don't see anybody else doing it. Yeah, man. Thanks, Jolis.
Yep.
Well, get me worked up on a Wednesday night. It ain't even Saturday yet. If y'all think this is bad, wait till Saturday when we play Syracuse. What's up? You're on with Pete.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. So let me get this whole Dabo thing straightened out. So I had made a video earlier today talking about it, but was he not bringing up the past as if it mattered today with the whole national title stuff?
That's exactly what he did.
See, us Alabama fans are not the only ones. I'm not saying it's Clemson fans, but obviously your coach, man, he's out there saying some stuff. But I don't know. I just wanted to say that. I also wanted to let you know, Pete. Shout out to Uncle Lou on this one. I was able to use his promo code on Sleeper, and I'm making some money.
You are? You're doing better than me then.
Yeah, I bet on baseball. I'm down bad.
You did baseball sleeper picks?
Yeah, I got some locked in for football too, but I've won off baseball. I've won $2.44 so far, so that's good.
Wow, that's $2.44 more than me.
Cool.
Yeah.
I also wanted to get your thoughts on the Auburn-Oklahoma game this weekend. You have two undefeated SEC teams going head-to-head. I think, and I'm not like trying to be a Bama homer and like pick against Auburn here. I will say Jackson Arnold has looked pretty good so far, but I don't know, man. That defense for Oklahoma's looked pretty good, and I feel like that's going to be the key matchup is how much pressure they can put on Jackson Arnold, and I think that's going to be the difference maker.
I'm glad you brought this game up. From you know I'm a degenerate gambler. Yeah. Over 48 on Auburn, and I know it was like, well, Oklahoma's defense is really good. They might score 40 on their own. Ballard.
Yeah.
I'm all in on Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm all in on Oklahoma. Good, I'm all in on John Mateer. And I like the over 40. And I like Oklahoma to win that game.
Yeah, another big number for them is their lead receiver is that tight end Kanak.
Yeah.
45 yards.
I like him too. I do like him.
Yeah. He's a beast.
Man, I wish he played for Clemson.
Good weekend, and
I wish he played for Clemson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But well, all right, man. That's all I got. I just wanted to, talk up some football, get your thoughts on that Auburn-Oklahoma game, and hopefully I don't get down bad with this whole gambling thing. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, don't do that. If you want gambling advice from me, is don't do it.
Don't do it?
No.
And then
you should use the sleeper app. You should use the sleeper app at your own disposal, but but don't do it otherwise.
It's kind of funny.
Not funny.
I thought I had an issue that I even started on it yesterday or Monday, whenever.
Yeah.
I went to my therapist today and I brought it up to her, and she said, "I don't think it's a bad thing. Just don't let it become a big habit."
Oh, God. Listen to your therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Ballard.
Holy shit. See ya.
Oh, my God. What's up? You're on with Pete.
Is Ballard speed running gambling?
I don't know. I'm starting to feel bad now. Like, I don't want to get Ballard into gambling.
Yeah, I just started Monday, and I'm betting on water polo.
Yeah.
Do I have a problem, Ma? Let me talk to my therapist.
Yeah. He's betting on baseball. Sleeper picks on baseball, which is even worse than football because I don't know if you know this, but baseball is the hardest thing to bet on in sports. Maybe his therapist should let him know that.
I'm just going to say, if you're already talking to your therapist about gambling, that is not a good indicator.
No, it's not. Speaking of that, Pete versus the coin is the new biggest thing in all of gambling in sports.
He's been talking. I got him right here. He's talking mad shit.
What's his name? Carl?
Carl the Coin.
Carl the Coin. Carl the Coin against Pigskin Pete for the remainder of the season. First of all, I'm going to destroy Carl. Carl,
say that.
I know. I've got way more experience losing money than Carl does. How many times do you think that coin has lost himself in his life? What's the year on that coin?
It is a 1996 quarter.
He's lost way more than me then. That coin has probably been up a stripper's ass at some point. I've never been.
Kind of smells like it, honestly. Yeah, that's definitely ass juice. I know what that smell is.
Yeah, you might want to disinfect that.
No, then it's going to change the weight. We flipped it with ass juice on it. It's going to remain that way.
Remind me of Carl. Did Carl pick? He picked against me in twice, 2 of the 3 picks, right? I think.
Yeah, I've got it written here.
Yeah, what is it?
Carl has Duke -3, USC plus 13.5, South Carolina, and Florida plus 7.5.
Yeah, so Carl's picked against. I have Duke. The only one we agree on was Duke -3.
You picked all favorites.
Yeah, I've got Duke -3, Missouri -13.5 against South Carolina, and then Miami -7.5 against Florida. Now, some of those lines were different, I think.
This is what you sent me in a
that's what I sent you. I guess what I'm wrong here. You're also doing Carl against the Callaway Pick'em challenge,
and some of those
lines are different.
Odd.
Yeah, those lines are different.
I don't know where. Is it Rob that does? I don't know where he gets those.
Well, no, what he does, he gets those lines as soon as they come out, and so sometimes by the middle of the week or end of the week, they have changed. So that's the difference in that.
Are you telling me Miami, Florida opened at 3 points?
Yeah, it did.
And Carl doesn't think Miami's covering 7.5.
Yeah, that's right.
Boy, if that ends up happening, people are going to start tailing Carl. You know that, right?
Well, they probably should. I mean, don't tail me. I don't know what I'm talking about here. That's the whole reason for this experiment.
We're not golfing. You don't have to sandbag me. I watched you in my lazy boy.
Yeah.
Bet the same game 5 different times and hit every one.
I know, 100% win rate. As a matter of fact, I might need to move in with you because when I'm at Rec Talk's house, I kill it betting. I'm an absolute beast. I'm 100%, I think.
Hey, Mrs. Pete, I know this is going to sound weird. I'm moving in with Rec.
Yeah. So I can win my bets.
Yeah. I'll come see the kids on the weekends.
I'll sleep in Carl's room.
And just talk shit to him.
Just talk shit to him. But anyway, I saw your video on Dabo today. I thought it was amazing. I agree with everything.
I'm as mad as you are, I think. And we talked about it. I did a show tonight with a guy named Tantor, and he kind of said it well, too. Like, why are you attacking your fans? Why this adversarial relationship with what makes you, in a sense, you know? Like, you don't have a job if no one's watching this. You don't have a job if donors aren't donating.
Yeah, and that's what pissed me off, too. And again, this isn't the first time he's done this. So he continues to do it every time there's criticism of him. And my big thing is that there's clearly nobody out there going, hey, Dabo, maybe you shouldn't do this. Because Dabo's position is, if you don't like it, I'll leave. And everyone's like, okay, well, we don't want you to leave, so I guess we just won't mess with you, or we won't question you. It's a weird dynamic at Clemson that I don't really know exists anywhere else in the college football world. I mean, I suppose maybe that a similar situation at Alabama happened with Saban. Like maybe there was nobody around there that was willing to push back on Saban because he was Saban, you know? I think he's got that entitlement there. But It just, I don't know. As a fan of Dabo and Clemson, it's exhausting.
Yeah, he's tiring you out.
Yeah, he's beating me down.
And this is, no one ever received, there's two things people don't receive well. Self-pity doesn't look good on anybody.
No.
And he's in a lot of self-pity.
Yeah.
And two, it's like your favorite streamer, if they come in and be like, you know what, guys, if y'all don't donate, I'm going to quit the stream. Or if y'all keep being negative, I'm just going to quit the stream, then I'm going to delete my channel.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of that.
It's exactly what that is. And nobody wants to hear it or see it. It's just,
ultimatums never work.
No.
Never.
I just don't think there's anybody out there challenging him.
Well, listen? It takes two to tango. Someone's got to challenge him, and then he's got to listen to it.
Well, he's not going to listen.
Right.
In some way, I can respect that because I don't listen either. You know what I mean? But I also think that, like, am like
a character flaw, though.
I know. Look, I'm saying that's a character flaw of mine. I don't think that he thinks that. I think he thinks that's the strength of his character.
Yeah, yeah. Me saying
I do.
Fuck what everyone thinks is good.
Yeah. So I don't know, man.
Well, here's the problem.
It's a weird
Everyone
situation.
Needs a few guys in their corner they'll listen to. Like on this platform, if you pulled me aside and be like, "Hey, man, that last video you did, that was kind of weird and off. Like I would listen to you. Now I wouldn't listen to these idiots in the comment section, but I would listen to you. He needs that.
Yeah, he's not getting that. I think most college football programs and universities have a hierarchy, right? It goes to the president, it goes to the AD, it goes to coach, then it goes to everybody underneath the coach. I think Dabo Swinney's at the top of that hierarchy. I don't think that's normal in the sports world. Again, outside of somebody like Nick Saban, but I never saw. Listen, we saw Saban at the top of his game, the greatest coach in the history of our lifetime, say some things that probably rubbed the fans the wrong way. But he never went to this extent. I never heard Nick Saban talk about, I'll just leave and go coach somewhere else. And, if you're not all in, then you never were all in. I never heard him say anything like that. I heard him criticize fans for leaving games early against Furman or whatever in the third quarter, but nothing like that. There's
just some differences, though. The big one, and this is one that Dabo, I don't know that he's addressed directly. I mean, you watch him or maybe you have. Nick changed with college football. Like, you look at Alabama's offense before Lane Kiffin and after. Like, he realized that the way that college football was going was offensively driven, and he couldn't play this conservative run, and play action 3 times a game or something.
No, he did. You're right. He definitely changed more. And I got I got a lot of comments on my video from Alabama fans that were like, "Yeah, Nick Saban recognized he's kind of like Dabo. He recognized that he just wasn't in tune with the new way that things are done." And so he exited. Nick Saban's a lot older than Dabo Swinney.
I was surprised that he's 55. That is quite young to be a coach.
Yeah, he got hired in his 30s at Clemson. I mean, he was a young. Go back and look at the pictures. I mean, he looked like he was 5 years old.
He's kind of hot, yeah.
I'd say that, but it's just
either. Yeah, that's not what I'm saying.
But I don't think it's a fair comparison between Nick Saban and Dabo. I don't think I've seen what a coach that's been as successful as Dabo has been over the past 17 years, especially over the past 10 years, of any major football program act the way that Dabo acts. I haven't seen it.
Well,
can somebody tell me
it's not good? He acts like us at times.
No, worse.
Well, that's something I would expect me to do, like get mad at someone in chat and just go crash out.
Well, that's even worse because he says he doesn't read this stuff. He's not on social media. He said the only reason he knew that the backlash against this team was bad is because he gets text messages from former players and coaches that he worked with. So,
yeah. I reacted to this on like a member stream, like that whole 20-minute tirade. And I literally said, hey, this is Dabo. I don't read the criticism, but let me react to it for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I don't care what anybody has to say, but let me spend 20 minutes telling you how much I care about what you're saying. It's a weird dynamic.
It clearly bothers him to a large degree.
Absolutely it does.
And why won't you just admit that? Like, there's people I have beef with. Like,
yeah. By the way, you're right. You make a great point. It's okay to be bothered by it, but don't pretend like you're not, and then go on a 20-minute rant proving that you are bothered by it.
Yeah, like I beef with one of our own reporters. If someone was like, "Oh, is it personal between you and Kelly Quinlan?" Yes, it absolutely is personal.
Yeah, fuck him. I don't even know who that is, but fuck him.
He's shaped like Eggman from Sonic, so it's a good adversary to have.
I don't even know who that is. What's his name again? I'm gonna go look him up.
Kelly Quinlan.
Does he have a YouTube channel, or is he just a reporter?
He's a reporter for Tech.
Oh, a beat reporter.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then. I ain't got no interest in that.
Yeah, whatever. He has a channel, but either way, like you can be honest that, like, yeah, that bothered me. I don't like that guy.
Sure.
It is personal.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's just.
I even made an AI song about this. You know how bad do you have to be for me to make an AI song about it?
Can we hear that?
Yeah, let me pull it up.
Please, please do. Yeah, please do.
And I'll get. Basically, I was like, what style would suit how Dabo feels right now? Emo. Taking Back Sunday. So write me a song in the style of Taking Back Sunday. I'm assuming you can hear this if I play it.
Oh, hold on. Let me. Yeah, we can hear it.
All right. Let me.
Is there a video that goes along with it? Do I need to put it on screen, or is it just the audio?
It's just the audio.
All right.
No, I don't think that's the right one. Either way, I've got two of them.
I didn't hear any of it.
Oh, you can't hear any of it. That's interesting to me.
Yeah, I was waiting for it to come on.
All right, I think I can send you a link to it. Let me publish this. Emo Dabo.
Y'all in the chat didn't hear it, did you? I mean, I don't think you did. If I didn't hear it, they probably didn't hear it.
All right, if I do that, and then can I share this with you?
Okay, they didn't hear it either. Yeah, that's what I thought.
That sucks. Share.
It does.
Copy link. I'm going to put it in the private chat.
All right, perfect. Emo Dabo? Is that what it's called? Hold on, y'all got to see this. It's not. Look. All right, here we go. Yeah, all right, I can hear it now.
They're Dabo Swinney anymore. Clemson fans treat me like a weenie and a whore. Here I lie upon the floor. I don't like this Clemson fan base anymore. I am Dabo Swinney. I am God's gift to football.
This is amazing.
You like that?
I mean, it's hilarious, yeah. I like how there's a soccer ball in there, too. Like, when you put football in there.
Well, that's the AI. It looks at the lyrics and tries to generate.
That's funny, too. This sounds like 90s, like Blink 182 or something, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Taking Back Sunday. Good Charlotte.
That was great.
Yeah, that's what 15 minutes in AI can do. I love that style of music too, because it'll be like, I love you. It's very stark.
It reminds me of, you know, that was 90s, like Blink 182 type stuff.
I do love Blink 182.
Yeah. No, they're good. Mrs. Peete and Pete Jr. just went and saw Blink 182 last week in concert. They were here.
Travis Barker's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is.
But do you think Dabo would like that song if you played it for him?
He probably threatened to leave the song and go work with a different producer.
Yeah. Well, that song's prophetic because I'm out of here.
Yeah. He'd be like, well, what AI is that? Well, that's Grok. Well, I'll go work with ChatGPT. What do you think about that? Y'all appreciate what I've done over here, Grok?
We'll write hits with some other AI.
I've made so many hits over here, and y'all just don't appreciate it. I'm going to work with somebody else with AI.
So, yeah, that's, man. Yeah. That's something else. By the way, did you hear about the Florida coach? You might have talked about it. I didn't listen to all your show. Slapping LSU player in the pregame.
What? No.
Yeah, Papa Rec was telling me about this. Let's see if I can find it. Florida coach slaps.
What was he, like a positions coach or something?
I think so. I think he's been suspended indefinitely. Video shows altercation involving Florida assistant Jabbar Jalouk. What a name, Jabbar Jalouk, appearing to slap LSU player, leading to suspension.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't do that.
Yeah, this is for his involvement in a pregame altercation before Week 3's game versus LSU. I guess two players got in a scuffle, and then he just slapped the shit out of the LSU.
Damn.
Which is kind of badass, but also the last action you'll probably take.
That's a weird thing. Like, I can't imagine being hired by a university to be a coach on a staff. And you're standing on the side. I guess it was on the field, right? I mean, it had to have been. And you're just like, I'm going to slap this guy. And fuck my job. I mean, I don't know. Is that link you just sent me?
Yeah, you probably don't want to play it on your show. I think that's from ESPN, and Lord knows, I've made enemies with them, but you can see what the incident is.
Emotions running high before Florida LSU tonight.
This shouldn't be a problem. Hold on.
Just kind of seeing how your summer's been. Emotions running high before Florida LSU tonight. Yeah, just kind of exchanging pleasantries, just kind of seeing how your summer's been. Emotions running high before Florida LSU tonight. Yeah, just kind of exchanging pleasantries, just kind of seeing.
Yeah, nothing to see here.
Emotions running high before Florida LSU tonight.
You can't do
just
that.
Kind of exchange.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to do that. I wouldn't advise it.
There's people I've wanted to slap.
You know what I'd like to see? Dabo Swinney slapped the shit out of Garrett Riley on the sideline like that. You know, Cade Klubnik throws an interception. He just walks over to Garrett Riley and just fucking, like, backhand pimp slaps him.
Dang. With a strong hand?
With a strong, with his weak hand.
A pimp's hand is way strong.
Yeah. Dabo does act like a pimp, though, don't he? He struts around like a pimp.
Because pimps, they don't listen to their bitches.
Yeah.
And he looks at everyone like his bitches.
Yeah, he's like, fuck y'all bitches. Fire me.
You idiots are going to keep here.
I dare you. You know what? I'm actually changing my stance on this whole Dabo Swinney thing. I got more respect for him than ever now. Now I'm thinking about it. This guy's up there in a press conference. He's like, he's daring them. What? What you gonna do? Fire me? Shit, I'll go win somewhere else, bitch.
Yes, like training day with Denzel Washington at the end.
What you gonna do about it? Nothing. Shut the fuck up and get back in your corner. Let Dabo Swinney do what Dabo Swinney does. Win, baby. All we do is win over here. We 1-2. Shit, we'll be 10-2 by the end of the season. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, now that will be equally as entertaining. Now I know it's not entertaining for you because you're a Clemson fan.
Yeah.
If he does end up winning out or something, you don't think he's not going to strut?
Oh my God, he'll be insufferable if that happens.
Yeah.
You imagine?
Any more questions?
Forget going to 10. If they went out, if they just beat Syracuse, he'll be back in next week. I'm gonna put myself on camera. This is what he does. This is his mannerism. He'll be like this. He's always pulling his pants up. He's always like. So, last week, y'all was talking about how bad Cade Klubnik was. Well, he just threw for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. Yeah. What y'all think about that? That's how Dabo does.
And then say, is that good? I don't know. I don't know if that's
Is that good?
Yeah.
He's a trip, man.
It's been entertaining.
He's a trip.
All right, I'll get out of here, man. But
Yes.
I did want to come on here and tell you you're amazing and fantastic.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. So are you. Yes. Anyway, all right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the call-in show. I appreciate all the callers, all the commenters, everybody that donated, the whole 9 yards and maybe even 10 yards. You guys are awesome. What is today? Wednesday. I'll be back Friday for the midday show on my second channel, and also, and maybe more importantly, I'll be back Saturday at noon for Clemson versus Syracuse. I don't know why I do this to myself. I don't. My brain should be studied when I die. Why do I put myself through this misery every week? But I do. And I do it for you. Anyway. Yeah, thank you all for being here. I'll be back Saturday live at noon for all the noon games, not just Clemson versus Syracuse. And we'll hang out and we'll have a great time. I appreciate you. Have a great night.